Haven't seen those guys so much, Kyle. And seeing their pitchers, who in your opinion feel has a better advantage from facing each other so much? The pitcher or the hitter?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be two really good teams, right? That are going to be going off against each other, and a lot of history. Two great pitching staffs, two great offenses. It's going to be a dogfight. So we're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready. And I'm sure they are too. And we're looking forward for the challenge, and hopefully, we'll see what happens in game one and go from there.
Questions? In the middle.
Hey man, how you doing? Indiana. You talked about last year the energy in Philadelphia and that feeling that was just something you'd never experienced. The postseason to that level. Can you describe coming out of the Marlins series, sort of what that was like and the temperature you're taking of the Philly fans?
Yeah, I mean, it was, talk about a great first way to open up the playoffs and the atmosphere that they had in Philadelphia. And, it's just an extra element for us when we do step out there onto the field. Obviously, the team's going to, we're going to score off toe-to-toe, but when you have that extra, 47,000 behind you, it just makes it another extra element for us that we attach ourselves onto, and it's just an element for the other team to have to look through.
First of all, Kyle, I want to say congratulations for another great year. When you compare, you win with the Cubs, 2016. You compare that team to this team that you guys have. What's the difference of this team?
Every team's going to be different. We're different from when we were last year, and there's a lot of similarities in the fact of that. We all have the mentality that we want to go out and we want to grind, we want to win. We want to perform, and it doesn't have to look, great. At the end of the day, it's just trying to find a win, and that's what we're going to try to do. And there's going to be a lot of differences. Just different players, different personalities, different different situations that are going to come up through a course of a game. But I think the common denominator here is just the way that we're going to prepare and the way that we're going to be ready whenever we do step on that field, and it's just going to be us going out there and competing.
Kyle, I wonder if you could just talk for a minute. What do you guys talk about, and what do you guys think about when you see Strider? You've seen him a lot now. What's usually the conversation like, and how do you attack him?
Yeah, he's got an electric fastball and has plus off-speed pitches off that electric fastball. So, I think the biggest thing for us is trying to get him, one, in the strike zone, two, when he is in the strike zone, we do take that swing, we don't want to miss it. That's going to be the biggest thing. He gets, a lot of swing and miss and a lot of foul balls on pitches. And that's going to be a thing for us to figure out. One is that we want to find a way when he is in the zone to one, make contact, but also quality contact too. And if that's whatever people are thinking about how they want to work in the cage, that's how they're going to attack it. We game plan specifically for each pitcher. It's not just a whole series game plan. Everyone has a different game plan against every single pitcher. If it's going to be Strider, Fried, whoever it is, that we all have these different game plans, and we're going to work in the cage to attack the way that we want to. And so yeah, the biggest thing is, one, trying to get him in the strike zone. Two, trying to take those tough, sliders that are out of zone or not biting out of zone, making him work in the zone and making him come to us and try to get us out in the zone.
In the front.
Hey, Kyle, just a bunch of superstars on both teams. To see them all on the same field on this stage, just what do you think you can bring out of everybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool, I guess you look at it on paper, really cool series on paper, right? And I'm sure a lot of people, wish that this could be a 7-game series and it could be a 5. But I think it's going to be exciting baseball. You obviously look on our team, and you see all the guys that we have on our team, and you look over there, you see the Acuñas, the Olsons, the years that they're being able to have. It's going to be a fun series. That's going to be the biggest thing, and I think that there can be a lot of moments in the series, and we're hoping those moments are going to be on our side, and keep carrying momentum.
Right in the middle.
Kyle, you mentioned 5 versus 7 games. What did you learn last year about the rhythm of this postseason from 3 to 5 to 7? It seems like, stuff just happened so fast, from clinching the regular season to clinching the wild card to being here to, what did you learn last year, and can you take anything away from that?
Yeah, I think experience is key to a lot of things, right? That when you're able to draw back on experience and you're able to learn on experience, that's going to be huge. And, we had a lot of experience last year, 1, and 2, we brought in a lot of key components. Have either 1 been in it, or 2 just got the taste of playing meaningful baseball in September, clinching, and then playing meaningful baseball in October. So, when you can draw back on that experience, 1, knowing what it's going to take to win a postseason game, how hard fought it's going to be until the end, and then it can be just that one little mistake that you want to take advantage of. And but the games are the games, right? Going into a 5-game set, that you got to win 3 somehow, some way, and it's going to be everything's going to be fast-paced, right? Especially in a obviously you see it in a 3-game set where everything's kind of do or die, and everyone's going to try to put out the stoppers, and then you get into a 5-game set, it can kind of be like that as well, especially with the the extra off day here in between games. So we'll see how everything plays out in the series, but looking forward to it.
One last question if you have it. Oscar?
Hi, Kyle. You're a tremendous power here. Atlanta haven't played in the last 6 days. Do you believe for kind of a power lineup like the one that Atlanta, that's something that could impact? Not being able to play in the last 6 games, the last 6 days?
Yeah, I think it's going to be another thing for them too, where they were able to do this last year, where they had that time off, and they were able to probably draw back on experience about what could have gone differently, what could have done this or that. So for us, we're planning on that. This is going to be them at their sharpest, right? It's postseason baseball. That's what it brings out of everyone. We're not planning on them coming out flat. We're planning on them coming out firing on all cylinders, just like we're going to be coming out firing on all cylinders. And it's going to be our job to go out there and try to find a way to, 1, stop it, and 2, find a way to get a win.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.